One. There you go, Kruger.
Humans of the internet, welcome to the Monday Night Comedy Show. Give it up for your host, Andrew Danger Brindleton.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Monday Night Comedy Show, live from Nanotaco Studios in Northeast Minneapolis. Make a lot of noise so we can hear you. Okay, there's a couple of you. Excellent. We've got some people who have never seen the show before, and this is probably the best way to get to know the Monday Night Comedy Show. We are not in Club Underground. We are not in my living room in South Minneapolis. We are in, like I said, Nanotaco Studios. This is what it looks like. This is an actual proper studio. There are people. There's socially distanced people. There's May in the corner. There's V. There's a big damn spider that's freaking me the hell out. There's some people in the back. You can see them. Kruger is sitting sequestered in another room. But we are going to muddle through this. As you know, we fly casual at the Monday Night Comedy Show. Tonight is no different, but we are excited to partner with Nanotaco Studios. And if you go to nanotaco.com, that's NANOTAKO.com, you can watch this in a lot smoother format than on Facebook Live or even on our YouTube channel. In fact, we're utilizing the green screen on nanotaco.com, so you can see, the comics traditional brick background. You can see our memorial candles. Those are actually real. The Monday Night Comedy Show logo, which I think I'm touching. I'm not sure how it works, but the internet is weird. Anyhow, we're going to start the show as we often do here during quarantine. As most of you might remember, there's a global pandemic going on currently. So we can't actually reach out and touch your face like we usually do at the Monday in the dark. But you know what? We can do it in our hearts. We'll touch you from our hearts. We're going to do the Monday Night Comedy Show book club reading. And we are on page 8 of Full House's Stephanie, Picture Me Famous. Don't read ahead in your home copies, but please enjoy page 8 because we're starting to hit the story and it's getting really dramatic. Stephanie took a breath, smiled, and said loudly, "Football, are you going to the Kyle game Friday night?" Her hand flew to her mouth. Stephanie closed her eyes, her head spun dizzily, and she felt like fainting. She wished that the ground would open up and swallow her. She wanted to disappear off the face of the earth forever. 10 little words, and she had completely blown them. "Would you like to go to the football game Friday night?" Kyle said. Stephanie's eyes popped open, and her jaw dropped. Can this really be happening, she thought. Unbelievable. Kyle is asking me out anyway, even though I just called him a football? Stephanie looked up and saw his handsome face, those gorgeous brown eyes looking right at her. "Would you excuse me?" he muttered as he moved by her, his eyes shifting to something behind her. Stephanie turned her head in disbelief. Kyle hadn't been speaking to her at all. He'd been talking to someone else the whole time, someone standing right behind her, someone in a black bodysuit, a big leather belt. Who is it? I don't know. Tune in next week for page 9 of Stephanie from Full House. This is the one of 12 Stephanie books. That's right. Reading is fundamental, guys. Thank you for clapping. If you would like to read a page from Stephanie, by all means, all you have to do, literally, the only thing you have to do is send me a message. You can text me. I'm no stranger of giving my number out on the internet. And just say, "Andy, I want to read the book." So, all right, since we can't see each other in real life, we can murmur things into our microphone. Everybody all at once, how was your week?
Woo! It was a pretty good week.
Yeah, it was all right.
Good. All right. That was an example of a rhetorical question. I don't really care how your week was. I'm just kidding. That's not true. You may.
Then why did you say all at once?
You said all at once.
I said all at once. All right. We do want to say hello to everybody. I want to say hi to everybody individually. Let's say hi to the staff. First off, everybody say hey to J Money, the motherfucking hawk. And of course,
Hi, everybody.
Used to be called Even though he's in the next room, there's still a lag. I love it. Saint May. Now, she used to be called Saint May of the Underground. I am now dubbing her Saint May of the Internet. Hello, Saint May.
Hi.
We love that you're here. And she's also, Jason and May are inside the studio here at Nanotaco. Let's get the comics that we have so far. First is Andrew Wegleiter. Andrew, hello, welcome.
Yeah, what's up?
I have a chair like that at home. That throne that you're sitting on, it's beautiful. I'm not lucky enough to have an air conditioner right above it.
Is that
like
still part of the intro?
No, well, no, this is just. All right, you're out of here. I'm gonna kick you out. Wendy Mayberry.
Wendy Mayberry.
Hi, how are you?
So happy you're here, Wendy.
I'm
great.
so excited to be here. I'm actually
We're
drinking out
You
of my
are?
Lego Batman cup.
I have one of those cups from McDonald's.
Yes, they are the bomb.
One of the worst Happy Meal toys ever, actually, is when they give out those cups. But you know, who are we to judge? But anyway, we'll talk more about you because you have very exciting. You published something very exciting this afternoon regarding your album, and we'll talk about that soon. But let's say hi to Joe Christensen. Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Joe, are you in a different room in your house?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and see how the lighting situation works out in this, but there's an insane echo right now.
Yeah.
Can you hear the echo?
Are you in your lecture hall right now? All right. Well,
This is my
glad to
den.
have you. Glad you're here. And last but not least, and actually we're still missing John Stark, but maybe one other. But Wonder Dave McCready. Woo! It looks like you're a speedster and you're vibrating your hand right now. That's amazing. Wonder Dave, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can.
Wonderful.
My camera's very crappy, so it's got a lot of lag on the camera part, but you can hear me all right.
Yeah. And your backdrop is amazing. Did you make that special for the show, or is that just?
Yeah, this is the debut of this piece of fabric. If you look behind it, it's my I'll show the people. It's my unmade bed, everyone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very nice. Well, wonderful to have you here, Wonder Dave. And John Stark just joined us. So, John, we're going to pull you up. John, can you hear us?
Hey, John.
John? Hello? John? Whoa.
Hi,
John, can you hear us?
Yeah.
John, we're having some technical issues with John's audio, but
But he
that's
has
okay.
a mic. Look at that. He's super pro.
Well, hello. Look at what
By the way, while
Mom,
we're
you're the host.
John,
we've been doing. This is
doesn't get it.
the 583rd Monday Night Comedy show, and I think we've all throughout the summer when we've done these online shows, I've been using my headset from work, and I look like a telemarketer. So it's weird holding a microphone in my hand. I don't know how to do it anymore. So, Wonder Dave showing off one of the original Monday Night Comedy Show shirts. Look at that. That's from back in the day. Oh, that shirt is literally from like 2007.
Oh yeah, that's the real old one.
And it looks brand new, so you can tell that Wonder Dave wears it a whole hell of a lot. That's when I was independently wealthy and I could afford printing on the back of our shirts. That's that's an extra $200 just so you guys know in a run of shirts. So looking good, Wonder Dave.
Wow.
Yeah. Now we just have the logo on it. Kruger, show off your shirt. Show us yours. Show us your shirt. You're wearing the uniform.
Yeah,
Mark of the
it's
beast.
this.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, we're getting a lag on your video. Well, we're going to see his shirt in about 20 minutes. Oh, there we go. Outstanding. Outstanding. Oh my gosh, you guys. Now, our first comic of the night is.
It's like the lag's getting worse. I'm really excited.
It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna work out all these bugs. This is our kind of soft opening. This is like it's like when they open a Sizzler, and they open the doors to people, weeks before the actual main grand opening to work out the kinks, make sure the Salisbury steak is at room temperature, and and the mashed potatoes are mashed, and the steamed vegetables are steamy. So that's what we're doing here. We're working out the kinks. But we want to thank, first and foremost, Nanotaco Studios for having us. Thank you so much. And I just want to thank, Kat, V, Shane, Whitney, everybody who has made this possible and welcomed us, because that's one of the main words that I can describe is welcoming is to these people, because they're theater freaks just like we are, but they actually did something with their lives. And whereas we took the easy road and did a comedy show, they they have a studio with actual equipment, and they can do all this stuff. So I want you guys as a little project on your bookmark tab, bookmark nanotaco.com, and visit it often and look at the cool stuff that they have available. And John, can you hear us yet?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
John?
Yes.
It's okay. He goes on later. So.
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, John, we can hear you. Oh my God! Keep talking into the microphone, John. That's what they're there for.
I will. I stopped talking because I thought it was enough to tell you that I could hear you.
Well, now you're just being sassy, John, and
Yep.
you're being very sassy. Anyway, I'll give you your own screen there. There's John Stark.
Hello.
Okay. Yes. We're still working on this. Andrew, guess what? You're about to perform something called comedy. The whole point of us moving to an actual audiovisual studio was to keep my introductions shorter. I blame May Kruger. And ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the first comic of the night, Mr. Andrew Wegleitner.
What's up? Nanotaco.com.
Yeah.
Has anyone pointed out that sounds kind of dirty? Like scientific, but kind of like 1/1000th the size of a regular taco. One time I was smoking weed with my buddy. We were in high school, or in this parking lot. We're like kind of by somebody's backyard, and I was like, I might be a little bit uncomfortable if I knew there was like these random guys sitting in the car smoking weed like outside my house. And he's like, I'd be worried that there were two guys having sex with each other. And I was like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with two guys having sex with each other? And he goes, okay, so maybe I'm a little bit racist. Race? You're so ignorant. You don't even know the name of the thing that you are. Like, yeah, maybe I don't think deaf people should be allowed to marry, but I guess that makes me an anti-Semitic all of a sudden. I said an anti-Semitic, so I kind of fucked up the wording. One time I was smoking weed behind the work, and the building manager saw me, and he was like, "Not cool, man, not cool." I was like, actually, it is. Not smoking weed is not cool. I heard that when Johnny Cash covered 9 Inch Nails' song Hurt, that Trent Reznor, the lead singer of 9 Inch Nails, said that because Johnny Cash did such an amazing rendition that the song basically just belonged to him. Like 9 Inch Nails said they're not going to do the song anymore because that's how good he was. And I wonder, like, do you think the Who felt that way when Limp Bizkit covered Behind Blue Eyes? I'm glad that you guys like that joke, but like my like immediate like fucked up brain I just thought like, well then why didn't you laugh at the other jokes? Like, isn't that weird? Like I can't even enjoy just having a laugh because I'm like, wait, no, they are a good audience, and then I immediately like turn it back towards myself and again, and I'm like, yeah, they like you now, but you're still a piece of shit. I've been going for a lot of walks lately. You know, because you pass the time, and there's just like a lot of it's just not much to do. So you gotta kind of entertain yourself by like roasting the houses. Like you make fun of the houses as you walk by. Like nice landscaping, you piece of shit. Who did your siding, Helen Keller?
God damn.
Nice to get be getting groans in an online format. That's amazing. Getting groans over the internet. I'm making people uncomfortable in their chairs electronically. There was a liquor store not too far away that got looted. They took everything in the liquor store, like every single thing was gone, which means that like somebody must have got home, like, you know, they got like tear gas and rubber bullets and all that, and like then they finally make it home and it's like, oh fuck, I got O'Doul's. Not even the amber. Did you see all those videos? There's all these dudes like walking around dressed all in black, carrying like cans full of propane and shit, and like it's got to be the worst time to just, you know, be an emo kid who has to refill his weed whacker. You know, the thing I don't get about Romeo and Juliet, who sells poison to a 16-year-old kid? If you own a poison store, you should be IDing people at the door. Kid walks in your store, tries to buy poison. You say, get the fuck out of here, kid. You can't have any poison. Where are your parents? It's a school night, Romeo. Do you think people still like called Romeo like yeah, whatever, Romeo, like sarcastically? Probably not, because they wouldn't have that reference. I'm just gonna stare blankly until somebody fucking reacts at something I said. Better. That's better. One time I went on the road with this comic, and we pulled into McDonald's. It was a long line at McDonald's drive-through, and we get up to the door. What do you call it? The thing where they take your order at the drive-through. And he goes, "Can I get one small coffee with 9 Splenda?" And they go, "Excuse me?" He says, "I said one small coffee with 9 Splenda." And then he looks at me and he goes, "They act like I'm the asshole just because I want a small coffee with 9 Splenda." And I'm like, you guys, like, he must have like tested the limit. Like at one time he tried to order 10 and they're like, "Sir, we cannot enter double digit Splenda into our computer. 9 is the maximum allowable Splenda per coffee." It's like a Y2K situation. My 5-year-old nephew's like learning how to swear, but he doesn't know how to do it properly. Like he's still kind of getting the hang of it. Like the other day, he told me to fart my penis off. I was like, I don't know how to do that or like what that means. Like you put your penis by your butt and you fart your penis off. Why is it so hard for you to explain? You guys remember those Skip It commercials?
Yeah.
They said in the song, in the jingle, they go, "The very best thing of all. There's a counter on this ball." What a shitty endorsement. That's the best part, that you can count how many times you do it. I feel like I had a punchline for that joke, but that's not a punchline. Seriously, you guys have heard this joke before. Did it ever have a punchline?
Pretty sure.
No, I never did it? That was all. That was the funniest. That's as funny as that joke has ever been. You know, you guys, a lot of people, you know, like to sing "Blame It on the Rain," you know, and that's a great song. And I like to go around. I'll sing that from time to time, but I don't just do it like all the time. I only sing that song on special occasions. I don't like to go around singing Milli Vanilli all willy nilly. That would be silly. You guys, guess what? I'm headlining the show at Sisyphus on Saturday, and the tickets are like $5.
Woo!
So if you guys want to come, thanks a lot. It's been super fun doing this show. Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you guys. Thank you.
Humans of the internet, give it up for Andrew Wegleitner.
Yes. Andrew, got a question for you. I want to, so people know, this Friday at Sisyphus, what time?
Saturday. 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. How much is it?
$5.
How many people can go? I know they're socially distancing, so.
I don't know, man. Just if it's a bunch of you, just pretend like you don't know each other and don't sit at the same table. It's not that hard, Andy. Most people already have this figured out. You're not like bringing anything to light.
So this is the last time Andrew Wegleitner is going to.
I'm just kidding.
I hope you fart your penis off at your show. And oh look, somebody who's nice to me, Karen Pickering is here.
Hello.
Hi Karen, welcome.
Hi,
Can you hear us?
guys.
I
can hear you. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, we're super glad to have you. Andrew Wegleitner was just mean to me.
Oh.
No, it's okay. I'm used to it. But anyway, I'm gonna bring your next comic to the stage. But so much excitement here, ladies and gentlemen. Wendy Mayberry.
Wendy,
Woo! But Andy kind of mentioned today, video dropped. If you're an animation nerd, Bill Plimpton, this animator, animated my vagina song, which, if you know me, isn't as scary as it might sound if you don't know me. My vagina doesn't actually sing it. It's me talking about my vagina, even though it does get noisier as you get older. Okay, that was too far. Anyway, I'm like, gross, Mayberry. Hey, I just caught Wegg's disease, where you just sit there and go, I made people groan on the internet. But for a woman, that happens more often, Andrew, than maybe for guys. Anyway, so the vagina song, it's available on the YouTubes. You can look at it on any of my pages on the Facebooks and watch it, and it's really cool. So I hope you guys like that. And actually, Karen Pickering, who just joined in, the least Karen of the Karens, even though she's a white lady. We have a show together August 23rd at House of Comedy. And so you could come to that too and see us live, but we're going to make you wear a mask and don't touch us. So there you go. I'm actually a little bit drunk because I normally don't drink, but I have a toothache and I'm going old school Alabama and I'm swizzling alcohol until I can go to the dentist. Because that's what it's like over in this single mother house. Actually, one other time I had a toothache and my mama said, baby, just take some grain alcohol and swish it around your tooth until you can get to the dentist. It's very good advice. And I lived in downtown Minneapolis before the baby. So I went and bought those little tiny jars of like gin and rum and stuff and took one with me to work. And they had an all company meeting. And so I had a toothache. So I just opened up this gin bottle in the middle. It's like the president's there, the CEO is there, and take a big swig. And I was like, my coworker hit me and was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm drinking grain alcohol at a company meeting at 8 a.m. I'm like, I'm not really. Oh, yeah. So anyway, I love this job because you can drink at work and nobody cares. It's a great job. There's no CEO. But Andy's the VP, I guess, maybe. Maybe actually May is. Anyway. It was a very exciting week because a little girl in my circle of people, she's 8 years old. She dropped a big glass plate on her toe. Have you guys ever done that? It's awful. And her toenail got all terrible and fell off yesterday. I know it's like super gross. And I was like, you have to put that under your pillow because the toenail fairy And she was like, what? And I'm like, have you not heard about the toenail fairy? And I was telling her, I'm like, she's from Jersey and she's got tiny shriveled up wings. She mostly walks, chain smokes. Hey, I'm the toenail fairy. Anyway, I've had a really good time thinking about this toenail. Kind of, usually leaves you dried beans, legumes, sort of fungi of different sorts. Because toenail is fungus. Anyway, she wasn't having it. She's like, there's no toenail fairy. I'm like, well, bitch, wait till I talk to you about the tooth fairy. But I didn't do that. I didn't destroy her. Okay, is it possible? This is how we fly casual. You said the Monday, and we did not discuss this ahead of time. But Andy and motherfucking I'm a little bit drunk. May, can we bring everybody up and do like a put a finger down challenge? Have you guys seen these on TikTok? Oh,
What's this? What's this?
Put your hands up, and we're gonna do a COVID-19. Wegs isn't there? It's awesome. Wegs gets all sad that nobody responds to his set, and then he goes out to go smoke a bowl. Oh, he's back. Put your fingers up. Jason Kruger.
I was packing a bowl.
I don't even know. All the kind of bowls that I do are like bowls of cookie dough. So, all right. So if you have seen TikTok, and I know, by the way, TikTok has like corners of TikTok. There's like cloud bread TikTok and like, whatever. I'm in like Disney cosplay TikTok. So have both hands up. We're going to put a finger down. You can play this at home if you want, but we can't see your answers. Put a finger down if you have done a work conference call without pants. Nobody? Oh, wow. Really? Okay. All right. Put a finger down if you have hit mute and screamed at your children while still being on a video chat. You have to have kids for this one. By the way, Andy, this is my favorite skill I've learned in COVID. Okay, shut up. Shut up. I is going to kill you. Shut up. Really good at it. Okay. Put a finger down. Let's see. If your house in COVID has been like an episode of Chopped where you're like, we have oysters and Pop Rocks. It's dinner. Let's do this. Anybody else? Just me. Okay. When something, put a finger down if you have used something that was not intended as a mask. Anybody? Yeah. Okay. Undies, a popular choice. Okay. Put a finger down if you have done a work call from not at your house, like pulled over on the side of the road, acting like your job. Okay. Put a finger. Oh, I love Wegs girlfriends there. Okay. Put a finger down if you have taken a work call and gone back to bed. Nobody else? Okay. Karen actually shows up at her job. That's hard if you're not virtual. Okay. Put a finger down if you have called somebody over for a booty call and not sure what their COVID status was, if they've been appropriately quarantined or not. Really? Nobody? Okay. Put a finger down if you haven't had sex at all since the quarantine started. Sorry. Hey, but Wonder Dave, there's sex and then there's with girls and then there's the real thing. Or sex with another person and there's the real thing. I heard that. It's a joke. Okay. Put a finger down if you've ever used I don't want to get you sick as an excuse to not see someone elderly in your life. Anybody else? Oh, yeah. No problem. I love you. I'd love to come over, but I don't want to get you sick. Okay. All right. We've got more and then we're done. This is why Wendy doesn't drink. Okay. Put a finger down if you've had a Facebook fight with a complete stranger about some shit that doesn't really matter. Yeah. Put a finger down if you had a Facebook fight with a complete stranger that ended in you probably losing like respect for other people. All right, good. All right, you put your hands down. Thank you for playing. Is there any other put a finger downs I've been thinking of? Because I feel like we should talk about them. Oh, what? What you got, Wonder Dave?
I just had 5 fingers. That's all I'm saying.
You still have 5. Okay, clearly you're better at the quarantine.
He's a saint.
This is
doing better. Oh, Dave, I have to tell you, Wonder Dave, I am so supremely jealous about your background. I actually considered running outside and making another background, but then I thought that'd be super obnoxious because you tried so hard and clearly I didn't plan. So, Andy, will you have me back again so I can make a sparkly background and feel less like a loser, please?
Yes, absolutely. Okay.
Because I feel a little bit like I underprepared for this. And I love Andy, and now you look like you love him more, and you're wearing an original shirt, and clearly... All right, whatever. Can I do one more joke and get out of here, or are we out of time?
You have plenty of time.
Okay, we'll do one more. Okay. So if you guys don't know already, and gosh, I hope she's not watching. My sister-in-law makes me a little bit crazy on the internet. First of all, I've got to quit Facebook. And because I've got to quit Facebook because I feel like I have to be right all the time, and that's something that doesn't work with Facebook. And if I'm not right, I want to take time to explain to someone else how they're wrong. And that is useless and stupid. And my sister-in-law is the queen of this. And I'm going to have to probably kill her. And I'm actually hoping quarantine lasts longer and I don't have to see her in person because I kind of want to kill her. She was living in Switzerland. And the whole time she lived there, she complained about living in Switzerland. I don't speak the language. I'm like, eat some chocolate. Look at the mountains. What's wrong with you, right? Like, I go to Menominee and you go to Milan. Like, shut up. And so now she left Switzerland and she's in the States. And what the hell do you think she talks about? In Switzerland, they're doing it right. In Switzerland, they don't have quarantine. Go back to fucking Switzerland. So here's the thing about her that makes me super crazy. And again, she's probably watching this, going to regret this, is that she loves her animals like their children, which is fine if you can keep it under wraps. But she literally, like, I don't know if you guys know, some of you have heard this before, but her ferret died. I spoiled this, spoiler alert. She brought a ferret to Switzerland, and then she put on Facebook, thoughts and prayers for my ferret. I am not praying for your fucking ferret. I'm not going to pray for your ferret. Like, I might lie about praying for your kid. If it's a bratty kid, I'll be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to pray for your kid. Oh, it's kind of a brat, you know. And then I look at God and we wink at each other like, yeah, you want that guy up there, don't you? I get it, right? But a ferret? No, I'm not praying about your ferret. So she took her ferret to a wild animal hospital in Zurich, Switzerland. Now, ferrets are illegal in Switzerland, which means that everybody in the hospital knows less about ferrets than I do because they've never seen one in real life because they're illegal. She paid $2,000 to get an MRI for her ferret. And do you know what was wrong? Do you guys want to know? It's a fat ferret. It was an old fat ferret. And she spent $2,000 figuring that out. Now she's bought a new animal. She's come back to the States. Oh, the ferret died, by the way. And she wrote a really nice obituary for it. And if you're my friend on Facebook, almost every year I repost it. And I say, in memory of Tobias. Tobias. That's an asshole name for a ferret. I tried to call him Toby. No, it's not Toby. It's Tobias. I'm like, did he tell you that in his ferret talk? Because I think he seems friendlier than a Tobias. That's rather aloof. Anyway, so now she's got a new dog named Chloe. Chloe does tricks. So the new thing is to do videos of Chloe in slow-mo doing her tricks. And she has a Facebook page where Chloe talks in the dog voice and says stuff like, oh, I'm so impressed at all the tricks I've learned. If any of you would like to friend her, she's on my Facebook page and you can get a pretty good chuckle out of it. But I'm related to her for the rest of my life or until they get divorced. And I actually think that he's probably not going to get divorced again. So if you would like to see Chloe footage, I will repost it now and then. Or I can, you know what? Just tag me on the slide and we can look at Chloe footage together. And we, Wags, you can pack that bowl. I will drink my Batman liquor with my sore tooth. And we can talk about how awful it is to be in love with a small pooch. Anyway, I hope you guys are staying safe. I do love all of you. Please check out the Vagina song animated by Bill Plimpton. He's done work on The Simpsons. He's got Oscars. I think he's been nominated several times. He was a super cool guy. You can see my dad makes a cameo. My kid makes a cameo. And my vagina is also illustrated. I had to send pictures for everybody except the last one. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Bye. Bye, Wendy.
Humans of the internet, give it up for Wendy
Mayberry. Thank you so much, Wendy, for joining us tonight. And yes, of course, we will have you on so you can have a better background than your to-do list behind you. But seriously, congratulations on that George Plimpton animation. It's so good. I watched it several times today, and we shared it on the Monday Night Comedy Show Facebook page. But that is so freaking, like, if you don't know, you know George Plimpton's work. Everyone knows it. They just don't know who George Plimpton is.
Yeah, 'cause it's Bill. Yeah.
Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton. I'm sorry.
But you do. You're Andy. You're absolutely right. Because I was one of those people where I didn't know his name.
Yeah.
I'm not super into animation, but I saw his work and was like, oh, I know that guy. So it was really, honestly, we were lucky. Dan Schlissel from Stand Up Records had met him at a book signing years ago, and they hit it off. And that's how it happened. But he happened to be out of work during COVID, which I want to say one thing to your audience. If you do have someone that you've dreamt of meeting or that we really admire, this is the perfect time to reach out to people like that because they're sitting at home and you can probably get them. And so we reached out to him and he was available, and that's how it happened.
That's crazy. He's the guy who did the tune?
Yes.
The tune, I fucking love that movie.
Yeah, well, check it out, Joe. It's pretty exciting for me too.
Yeah.
And if any of you guys are Reddit fans, I tried to post it on Reddit, and of course, it's self-promotion. So if anybody else wants to post it, I think people would really dig it.
The record is She's Not From Around Here on Stand Up Records, the Grammy Award-winning label. You can order it on standuprecords.com or wait, you have a physical copy?
I have the art. So anyone who orders it, if you tag me online, I'll actually send you a handwritten card that says thank you for ordering. That way you get the album art.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very
Awesome.
cool. Excellent. So yeah, you can. I ordered mine off of Amazon. You guys, go to iTunes, anywhere where they, sell albums. And congratulations on the success of the album because it's so good. It's so good. And the Bill Plimpton animation is awesome. So
thank you.
Please look at that. And we got some comments. Matt Doima says loved his work on MTV. Bruce Adams says, "Cheers, Wendy."
Thanks, Bruce.
And Michael Schaefer from Alaska, no less. He performed here last week. How do I friend the asshole parents of Tobias? Oh my god!
I know I need to have a new Instagram called Asshole Ferret Tobias.
We got Abby Stackwitz says, "Put a finger down if your pet has turned into your favorite coworker." Yes, that's. Yeah, I don't even have a pet, and I have favorite coworkers.
Feeling that
anyway, you guys are my favorite coworkers. That's the most action I've gotten all COVID. You can tip the performers tonight if you do have the means. I know that unemployment ran out on Friday, so nobody has any money, but we still got to ask. If you do have any ducats to donate to the performers that you see tonight, go to venmo.com/Monday Night Comedy Show, and we will make sure that they get it. I am a couple weeks backlogged in sending the Venmos to people, so I do apologize for my lack of organizational skills. But to break up the monotony of comedy, because we all hate laughing, let's watch a super sad video. I'm just kidding.
It's only going to play on our stream.
Oh, it's only going to play on.
Yeah,
oh, good.
that was part of that.
I see. So if you go to nanotaco.com, if you go to the nanotaco.com Facebook page, I'm getting this just in. We're still figuring this out. Bear with us. We have the ability to show videos on the show now. So we are putting a call out to comedic performers who have short films, bits, music videos, anything. We're going to show a bunch of them. But you have to go to nanotaco.com to see it on Facebook. Now, the nanotaco.com Facebook page. Is that easier to find? Okay. So just put in your search bar on Facebook, nanotaco.com.
With a K.
With a K, yes. NANOTAKO.com. And you're going to be able to see Lyritic's Roll All Night music video that was shot at Club Underground several years ago. This is, we're showing these older videos because we need new ones. That's why we are showing all these, because we got permission from everybody to show these old videos. So you have to send us new ones so we can up the ante and make this the most exciting show on the internet. So head on over to nanotaco.com on Facebook, and we'll show the link here, facebook.com/Nanotaco Studios. Again, I've been saying it wrong the whole time. Awesome. And we will show the Up All Night, Roll All Night. Sorry.
I'm going to cut to a May and barging. Then while you keep talking, they can
All right.
keep talking.
Okay.
They see May and
So they see May.
Studio right now.
Excellent.
I'll play the video in a second, give them a little chance to, if they want to switch to that screen.
Sure. Remember to switch to that screen. And after this Roll All Night music video, we will have Wonder Dave and Joe Christensen.
It's right there. I don't know. You got to add that. I don't know. is it?
Hey V, can I do a split screen, like a share screen of the?
I can try. Wait a second.
So I could. It would be on my end.
So we're not going to be able to hear the video because I gave you the monitor for the live thing. Which next week I'll have 2 monitors. There'll be a monitor over here. Nobody can hear anything right now. I'm going to turn on the mic off. While this video is playing.
Mm-hmm.
So what's wrong is we need a monitor here, and we need to run into our system so that you're not running into this. So there's a few things that I've recognized. And so like that computer has to run direct. So we're not on 3 different things. And then we just put the link on your Monday Night Comedy show. It would be the same one as the one on the Nanotaco. But we can't have 2 different ones. It'll just throw people off. And it'll make sense. So this is what I'm learning.
No problem.
This is definitely difficult. You can hear me at the beginning and I turn the mic off. But they're all off. But at the very beginning I forgot. Unless it's coming through. But if you're watching that, I don't know. So I'm not worried about it. We're like trying to consolidate one station. So we can't hear the video here because, and there's no stupid, because I gave him my monitor right here. So I have to pay attention. So I can flip. What's next? Is you again, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Wonder Dave is going to be next, but I'll introduce him.
I'm on there talking about Coven, we see Andy walking around.
Oh.
Well, you might just have a lag.
Oh, maybe it was from an hour ago when we were. That's all right. I got confused because it just clicked through.
Yeah, it'll pop up. Because it's definitely a signal. I just had it off. And it's really hot, turning it down. So first there wasn't anything, now there's something. This is complicated. It's just complicated. But it's fun. Well, you look good.
Down the stairs. I'm like, hey, Dad, let's take the stairs. I can't do it. I'm never gonna get that. I'll take the elevator.
Can I talk with this? Yeah.
What?
Is this fabulous? Can I talk with this?
Yeah, talk with it. Sorry. I don't think it's, I don't know.
Just close it. I just want to entertain the comics who are watching nothing.
Finally.
What just happened?
I don't even know what to do about that. As it is. So have you seen it before? It's probably over there before.
We lost some people.
Can't pay attention to that right
It was
now.
like 2 comics' screens went blank. It was very anxiety-inducing, like they've been overcome by the plague.
Ah!
This is what we see when I know.
Lost the feed.
I don't know what's happening.
Let's go with Jack.
Who's in charge?
Yeah, according to this one.
Yeah. Okay. Now, good way. Right. This is.
There's just a lot of muffled kind of rumbling. Should we
This is
be
like
worried?
awesome. It's like watching C-SPAN when they have a vote and they're, you know what I mean? Everyone's sort of like, you see the one senator going with the, oh. It is like C-SPAN, you know?
And just as effective as the regular Congress.
Come on now.
Wonder Dave. Hold on.
Whoa, wait.
Nice,
Wonder
you
Dave. It's
guys.
fine.
Now we're talking.
Welcome back to the Monday Academy.
Do more of that.
Here. Nothing is fucked here. Yes, we Levi Mary asks, what's happening? We don't know. We don't know. All we know is that there's ghosts in this studio. And anyway, but yet Levi Mary still claps for us. Is that clapping or is that what is it? It looks like a potato that's on fire. I don't understand emojis. Whatever. Hey, you know what I do understand though? How the internet travels through magic fairy wires through the earth into people's homes from Northeast Minneapolis to San Francisco, California. And our next performer is sitting in San Francisco. That's where they invented earthquakes, the Oakland A's, movies, and the Golden Gate. That's where Magneto beat up the good guys and Wolverine killed Dark Phoenix, but he was sad about it. That's what happened. That was a documentary that I saw a couple years ago and about San Francisco. And here to tell us more about San Francisco, please put your hands together for our old friend and colleague from, what's this? Wonder Dave. Put your hands together for Wonder Dave, ladies and gentlemen. Yes! Woo, Wonder Dave, we missed you. Yay! Oh, he's doing crap.
Hello. Hi.
Oh.
Everyone. How y'all doing?
Oh, good.
This is
Good.
fun. I love hearing a slightly lagged version of myself coming back at me. That is my favorite. Can you? Nope. Okay, cool. Tight. What's going on today? I am indeed in San Francisco, California. It's a pretty fun place to be. As was revealed during Wendy's set, I have not had sex during quarantine. No sex.
Yay.
You know what I did do? Like a week or two ago, I got a haircut.
Woo!
Ooh.
Thank you. I had a mask on, and so did the person cutting my hair, and we were in my backyard. I don't have any jokes. I just think it's weird that me, a person, I just think that people definitely associate me more with sex than haircuts. So, what I broke for. Like, that was a surprise to me personally. I don't know. What am I doing in quarantine? I can take you through what I've been doing. I'll just take you through my viewing history. I, of course, started off quarantine watching Tiger King, like everyone. It was very fun. It was a good time. I think my takeaway from Tiger King was maybe a little different than everyone else's. First off, I found one Tiger King character very attractive. Yeah, that alone is a problem. I'm aware. But I was into him. His name's John Finlay. He was Tiger King's first husband.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the guy with no shirt, missing some teeth. And here's the deal. I am white trash, and that is it for me. Fine. I appreciate it. That guy is straight as fuck. I'm into it. He actually fixed his teeth now, but he has a really awful goatee, so it's kind of a break-even deal. Still as attractive, but it's really upsetting. But here's what I learned post Tiger King about that dude. That guy is straight. Like, he is married to a woman now and has a baby. And if someone told me when I was a young boy that all I needed to get a hot, straight redneck to fuck me was meth and a tiger, I could have done that. Like, I would have. Those are easily gettable things, is all I'm saying. I don't know what else to so now I've moved on from Tiger King, which is effectively a murder documentary. Let's be real. Lots of murder. Tiger murder, people murder, who knows? But I've started watching a lot more true crime. And I've noticed that maybe I have a bit of sexism of sorts in my true crime viewing habits, right? Because if I'm watching like a true crime thing, let's say there's a couple, they're married, their names are Jim and Gina. and I hear that Jim murdered Gina, I'm like, that piece of shit. But if I hear that Gina murdered Jim, I'm like, what did he do? What's going on here? Huh? Oh, she's a piece of shit. Cool, tight. But I'm all I'm saying. I've got to know. It's like, so what I would have been doing if I weren't doing comedy on the internet in front of my bed. See my bed? There it is. Yeah, that's where the magic has not happened. What I would have been doing right now is I would be going around and doing music festivals. I perform at a lot of EDM festivals. Some of you are like, is comedy a thing that happens at EDM festivals? And no, but I've done at least 5. So hey, I guess I'm unique. I didn't know that my target market was. I guess I should explain. Some people maybe don't know what an EDM festival is. EDM, it stands for everyone's doing Molly. That's what EDM is. It stands for electronic dance music. There isn't a lot of comedy, but somehow I've been booked on multiple because apparently my target market is people on acid. I didn't know. They want me though. I've worked on jokes for the people on acid. I'm trying to do this thing where I'm like, it's really hard to do my hair in the morning because it's made of snakes. And their eyes get really big, which I assume means they like the joke, right? I think. I'm pretty in preparation, so I was doing an EDM festival last summer, and in preparation for that festival, I said the most egotistical thing I've ever said in my life. A friend of mine was like, are you going to buy some drugs to enjoy the EDM festival? Because if you've never been to an EDM festival, it's a festival where you're like, tight, there's music at this drugs festival. Love it. And my friend was like, you're going to buy drugs. Reasonable question. Reasonable thing to ask me. And out of my mouth, without thinking, I said, I don't buy drugs. I have talent. Nice. People watching aren't into my comedy, but I want you guys to know that after my first show, I was greeted backstage with a mountain of ketamine, just a pile of porcelain by Davey Boy. Don't worry, I didn't do all the ketamine at once. I took a little bit each day and was like, is this what it's like to work in tech? Ellie, I understand if other people don't get it. It's okay. Let's see. What else do I want to talk to you guys about? My favorite piece of quarantine news. I'm a big RuPaul's Drag Race fan. I think it's a great show. Love watching it. Super fun time. But my favorite piece of news during quarantine has been that RuPaul, America's most famous drag queen, is fracking. Fracking, the thing with the oil. RuPaul is doing that. That's a real, and I didn't find out because RuPaul walked into the workroom and was like, hello, I'm fracking. That's not how it went down. RuPaul was being interviewed on NPR and was talking about the massive ranch he and his husband own. And on this ranch, they were talking about being land management and leasing rights to oil and gas companies. And some smart person was like, hey, RuPaul just admitted to fracking. That's what leasing land to oil and gas companies in Wyoming means. And then they did this. There's a website called Frack Tracker that shows you where fracking's happening because it's real bad for the environment, apparently. And yeah, that's and RuPaul's property, there was fracking. It's happening. RuPaul's fracking. It's real fun. I had more to that bit, but I have forgotten it. So that's just some inside baseball you guys can know about me right now. Probably the ketamine. What is happening? What else do I want to talk to you guys about here? Before quarantine, I had Hobbies. Do you guys remember Hobbies? Those were cool. You go out, maybe meet with a social group and do things with people. My favorite hobby was, of course, hitting on straight men. I love it. It brings me great joy. I think I'm born into exactly the right time frame for this to be my hobby. Thank you. Because like if my hobby were hitting on straight men 20 years ago, bad plan. 20 years from now, we're going to be too equal, and it's just going to be sexual harassment. That's all it's going to be. That's what it is now, but I'm cheeky, so it's fun. I don't know. I did mention being white trash. I guess I can talk about my sweet, sweet white trash cred because people doubt because I'm so classy. I have this jacket. I have this beautiful backdrop. People don't believe that I'm white trash anymore. This is my proof. I'll give it all to you. For instance, when I was in high school, did I know someone who got a DUI on a tractor? Yes, I did. When I was in high school, did I know someone named Jimbo? Yes, I did. Did Jimbo have a mullet? Yes, he did. Did Jimbo owe anyone child support? No. Part of the custody agreement was he didn't have to pay it because he wasn't allowed to see the kid. High school. Yeah. My real. I'll leave it with my best piece of redneck cred though. The house I was born in had an outhouse. It was a very old outhouse. It still had the corncob bin in it. I can't see the audience, but usually some of you have questions about the corncob bin, so allow me to elaborate. So before we as a society had toilet paper, pro tip for the next time we run out, perhaps, we used to wipe our butts with corn cobs. Not the kind with the kernels still on them. We would eat the corn and then reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Oh, man.
That's what we would do. So when I was little, I wiped my butt with a corn cob the wrong way, and that's why I'm gay. Hey!
Humans on the internet.
Thank you.
Why are you gay? I love you.
Oh my God. That is awesome. As most of you might
love him. He's
Dave
so
was Poet Lafayette of the Monday Night Comedy Show. He was in charge of booking all of the spoken word performers that actually competed in the Twin Cities with poetry, like mainly performing at Kieran's and other places in St. Paul that are no longer even there. But we're ready to receive more spoken word performers, more poets. We had Ezra on a couple weeks ago, as well as Michael Schaefer on last week, and I know Michael Schaefer is watching from Anchorage, Alaska, right now. So, so if you are a spoken word performer, or Wonder Dave, if you have friends in the San Francisco Bay Area that want to perform, send them our way. We are going to iron out all the kinks, and it's going to be a fully functioning battle station soon enough. So thank you so much for being a part of this tonight. We love you.
Thanks for having me. This was great.
And you sent me some information. You're going to, on August 30th, SMILF, Straight Men I'd Like to Friend, the comedy show. It's on, if you can get tickets on Eventbrite. We're going to put the link on our Facebook page, but that is coming up on August 30th. That is just at the end of this month. And is it online?
It is, yeah. It's over Zoom. So it's a whole Zoom call. We play games. I quiz straight men about gay stuff. It's a very fun time.
Great. And that's Sunday, August 30th from 9 p.m. Is that Pacific Standard or Central? 9 p.m.?
I bet it's Central because it's whatever time zone you look at it in on Eventbrite.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm looking at it 9 p.m. To a little after 10 or just before 11 on Central Standard Time on Sunday, August 30th. So please check it out. We're going to put that link on our Facebook page. So please look at it and consider watching that show. Thank you again, Wonder Day. We love you so much, and you are always welcome here. You know that. Now let's bring on our next performer, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for the one and the only, Mr. Joe Christensen.
Hey, everybody. How's it going? All right, so I wrote more jokes. That's kind of the deal, right? So I have a pretty big family. It's hard to describe the size of my family. But if you laid all my aunts out end to end, It'd be the length of 6 ladies. I studied I wanted to become a priest when I was younger, so I went to seminary for 5 years, graduated, had a truth bomb dropped on me. I found out I had to work weekends. Fuck that shit. Okay. What do you call the cross between an eagle and a hippopotamus? Because I don't know. And then when I asked my friend, who's a biologist, she said it was a dumb question. If you're driving a hearse and you get in an accident, a good thing to do is to pull the dead body out and carry it over to the other driver and say, "Look what you've done." And then you can laugh. You can laugh and laugh. Maybe they'll buy you a beer or something, you know? You don't want to hang out too long, though. You're late for a funeral. I wonder if a woman has ever seen Mr. T out at a bar and wanted to hook up with him. So she crossed her fingers, and she was like, "No ring, no ring, no ring." Ah, shit, he's got 18 of them. I hate how they call G-strings butt floss. It's not like floss at all. Because when I use floss, I no longer bleed.
Oh my God!
I got all my Christmas shopping done in July, which I thought was smart, until people opened up their fruit baskets. I'd like to have I wish I had a man cave in my house. Because nowadays, the man cave I go to is an actual cave with a man living in it. And I'm starting to think there's something wrong with that guy. If someone is swimming with the fishes, that means a hitman has thrown their corpse into the lake. On the other hand, if you see a perch on land, that perch is walking with the people. It's the fucking fish mafia. It's cool how you can learn history nowadays, not just through textbooks, through other mediums. Like I learn all mine through educational porn parodies. Like I was watching this one. I learned about Paul Revere's Ride by watching The British Are Coming. 7. Okay. I hate swimming pools. I hate public swimming pools. I mean, you can call me a snooty germaphobe, but I don't want their disgusting urine touching my really awesome and classy urine. If you see a bearded man stroking his beard, you should respect him because he's probably pretty wise. If you see a bearded man stroking other bearded men's beard, kneel before him, for he is their king. They don't allow ice cream trucks on my block because my neighbors are too health conscious. Instead of an ice cream truck, we have a frozen yogurt Subaru Outback Forester. My friend got drunk and disorderly while we were out camping, which is pretty impressive. Like, do you know how drunk you have to be kicked out of the woods? Here's a tip. Don't stand behind a horse while you're petting them. Here's another tip. if you're looking to buy a horse, make sure to check out its gums. Here's another tip. Don't hire a life coach that only knows horse-related advice. It's been a big waste of money. My least favorite game growing up was house. Like, sure, I got to be the dad, you know, but I only got to visit my kids once a month under supervision of Child Protective Services. And my friend Ron, he got to be my friend got to be Ron, my ex-wife's new boyfriend. Okay. It sucks nowadays that you have to finish singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star to know you're done washing your hands. It sucks even more that I have to finish singing the entire Les Mis musical to know I'm done taking a shit. Gotta make sure it all right. I bought a trash compactor, but I accidentally installed it upside down. So now my trash keeps getting bigger and bigger. That's it. Thanks, everybody.
Oh,
Great
ladies
job,
and
man.
gentlemen, Joe Christensen! Joe Christensen!
That is so impressive.
Woo!
Thanks.
Oh, Joe.
You must not have the life get sucked out of you daily by a small child. I'm amazed by you, Joe.
I don't.
If you guys don't know, Joe Christensen has been writing new material for us at the Monday Night Comedy Show all quarantine long. So every week he's been here doing new material, and it's been funny every single week. So one more round of applause for Joe Christensen. Yes. And I just want to let everybody know that it means so much that you're watching us this week online. Yeah, it's a little bit bumpy, but you know what? It's a weird learning curve because we usually suck way more than this. Tonight has been going very smoothly according to Monday Night Comedy Show standards. And I just want to give a shout out to V and Kat and everybody here at Nanotaco. They're doing a great job. Give yourselves a round of applause because they're wonderful. God, yeah. So, yes, Wonder Day, we know you have a Monday Night Comedy Show shirt. Everybody's jealous. You should be proud. Mine don't even fit anymore because I've got the COVID 45 pounds. What's the how much are you supposed to freshman 15 or something? It's COVID 50. I don't know. I've just been eating a lot of pie. And that's why I have type 2 diabetes, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, I don't know if we're going to try to go to the Nanotaco page on Facebook to see the Drug Budget music video. Should we try it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay, go over to the Facebook Nanotaco page and go. Okay, we're gonna bring that comment up here. So go up to facebook.com/Nanotaco Studios, and you can see I Don't Give a Shit, the music video by the band known as The Drug Budget, featuring our good friends May Violet of the Underground and Ronnie. Well, you're in the band too, May. So it's on. All right, so you should be on.
I'm turning my back on just because I don't want to forget.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
We're getting audio.
I think so. But I do. I'm afraid that I'm not son. I usually compete.
Yay, thanks, Dad. And then when you did last week, the info part,
I like getting my ass kicked. That's not good.
We like that.
It only gets better.
Very satisfying video.
It really is. That little tilt up on the couch is one of my favorite moments in the video.
Woo! All right, that was the drug buddies. I don't give a shit. Yeah. Woo-hoo. Remember, you had to go to the Nanotaco Studios Facebook page to see that, and we're gonna figure out how to show you videos easier on this platform, probably by next week or something like that. I'm not worried. If you do have the means, once again, please tip the comics that you've seen tonight because all the proceeds go to them, and that's super nice to do if you have the means. We're never going to ask you for money that you don't have, yeah. So we got Levi Mary, little comment there. You whale. And that's true. Ronnie can't be here tonight because she's technically working. So yeah. We love you, Ronnie, wherever you are. Okay, gang, we only have 2 more comics left, and then we'll show another video on the Nanotaco Studios Facebook page. But he's been waiting patiently and has his own microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your next comic, Mr. John Stark. Mr. John Stark. John Stark. Woo!
Thank you. I should step back so you can see my face. I'm still learning the video thing. In case you're wondering how the isolation is going, I had a can of ravioli in my sheets the other day. It wasn't even a Chef Boyardee. It was the store brand ravioli. It was really bad, you guys. I've also put on that COVID weight, but it's all gone straight to my existential dread.
Nice.
Have you ever had anybody just like stuck kind of in your line of sight? Meaning like you can't look anywhere, even in their general direction, without looking them right in the eye. This happens a lot when you're at like a restaurant or whatever, and you look and you see their eyes just over the rise of the booth, right? Just over the back of the booth. It's like, even if it's a friend, but not a real close friend, you're not even able to just glance in that direction without turning it into a meaningful moment with someone that you don't know that well. Or like you're in a bar trying to eat some wings without making it dirty, you know? Or maybe you're standing on your deck because you don't go to bars anymore because there's a giant pandemic going on, and they're a kid in the neighborhood, and you're just trying to maybe eat some wings without making it dirty. Wonder Dave was talking about the documentary earlier, the Tiger King thing. I didn't actually watch the Tiger King documentary, but did you guys watch the Last Dance documentary? Did people watch that?
No,
I want to be able to hear reactions. Can people? Did you guys watch that one? What I can't figure out is how come everybody is not constantly talking about the time that Michael Jordan tried to bring back the Hitler mustache. Like for a year there, he was just wearing like a straight up Hitler mustache. Do you think it's because he lost another bet? Like his first gambling debt problem, they think that it may have gotten his dad killed. They're not sure. But now like the mob won't back his debts anymore, his gambling problem. So he has to, I don't know, like go with the Aryan Brotherhood, and he lost. And they're like, well, you better try to get him ready for Trump 6 years from now. Who wears that? I grew up in the Dakotas, Western South Dakota, actually. Growing up, was that somebody falling off of a shelf, or was that an applause? Growing up in South Dakota, it's like take like the two worst towns that you can think of in Minnesota or wherever you live. Like, for example, I don't know, like Chisago and Blaine, right? And you take the populations of those and make a whole state out of them. That's South Dakota. And then the most country fried rednecky versions of those, that's Western South Dakota, where I grew up. Right? I grew up, I went to Sturgis Brown High School, which shared a campus with the Western Dakota Votech Embryo Farm. Ladies, and 7 to 10% of the gentlemen. The embryo farm, the Votech Embryo Farm is where they did artificial insemination, which was the sign. You saw that sign before you got to the high school sign. It was so terrible that, but one of the things about growing up in the Dakotas, we would play outside. I'd play with my Legos outside on the high prairie, and my parents would say, hey, watch out for rattlesnakes. Don't go near a rattlesnake if you see one. Like, can you picture a parent today just casually letting their child go anywhere near a place that just might have rattlesnakes in it? We had rattlesnakes. We had black widow spiders in the house. We had brown recluse spiders. We had a large ant hills. They weren't fire ants, but they were red ants. And if you like got pushed into one, let's say by a bully or whatever, it felt like fire ants. Anyway, what I'm saying I got pushed into one of those. What I'm saying is that it was kind of like we grew up in a JV Australia, right? That's the poisonous snakes, poisonous spiders, dangerous ants, and an arid environment. It was perfect. It was a perfect environment for the road warrior situation that we're living through now. It was perfect practice to teach me how to deal with a post-apocalyptic situation. Except, I don't live in Australia, so I don't have like a cool Australian accent. I'm not even going to try Australian accent, but like now I'm stuck in Minnesota living out a sort of still living a road warrior conditions, right? Oh, excuse me, we're just gonna sneak this tanker by you here and get that oil past you. I gotta admit, what I miss a little bit, honestly, is turns out it's standing in line having someone breathe down my neck. Just the ASMR of daily life at the Aldi. I miss doing stand up in front of real. I appreciate you guys so much. I miss doing stand up in front of live audiences so much. I can't believe Wegleitner is doing it. I'm jealous, but also like I don't want to get involved in a super spreader event. I come from Sturgis. We're gonna have one next week anyway. So but I do love how we've started to sort of tolerate lag on video in the same way that we used to tolerate the like deeply untreated mentally ill persons at bus stops when their ramblings jump around, like I'm doing the stand up to stay in practice with the idiots in Congress and that. Sorry, I got to work on that bit. I think that bit would be funnier live, but I don't want to leave the house. Do you guys like impressions?
Yes.
Yes. I heard an I do. I heard yes. Who spoke up? I can't see you, obviously, so you're gonna have to just say who it was.
All three of us.
All three of you.
Yeah.
There's three whole people. Andrew, where are you from, by the way? Where did you grow up?
Carmel, Indiana.
Where? Carmel, Indiana?
Yeah.
Carmel, Indiana. Where's that by? Where's that close to?
It's just maybe about 10 minutes north of Indianapolis.
Oh, 10 minutes. Oh, Indianapolis. Okay, so do you know Laura Johnson at all? Like she was up in that region. I know for a long time she married a pastor from there. That's how we got to know her really good. But like before that, she was involved with this guy. He was kind of a wretch, he was a drunk and he was just a lot of trouble. And I was just worried that she would. Do you know that name, Laura Johnson? She went to high school at Jefferson. There's an impression of my mother. That's my mom. That's an impression of my mom. She would pick on it. Okay. Here's a real one I've been working on here in the quarantine. This is a parent with a child who's meeting a kitten for the first time. Gentle. Okay, gentle. Meredith. Eyes. Meredith, here. Gentle. Okay, gentle. Yeah, that's so great. Oh, you're doing great. Gentle. Okay, that's my impression of a parent with a child who's meeting a kitten for the first time. All right, that's it for me, you guys. I appreciate the time. Thank you. Thanks, Andy. Thanks,
Thank you, John. That impression of your mother was spot on. Wonder, Dave, you moved from your bedroom. Ooh. Is that a living room? They have living room in California.
In my bedroom. I took down my backdrop. That's what I did.
Oh,
Now you just get the inside scoop on this bedroom.
okay. I like it. I like the built-ins. Those are nice. Oh, spacious. Okay.
That's where the magic doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, no, that's
a callback.
We were listening. John?
I'm here. I just had to check something on my phone. I'm right here.
Oh,
Hi.
oh my God. Okay.
I got a message.
Just want to make sure you're okay. All right.
Sorry.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, you might remember Wendy Mayberry earlier in the night. She is one half of the powerhouse that is Day Drinking with Mom. They have a show coming up on August 23rd at the House of Comedy on the 4th floor of the Mall of America. And here is the other half of the Day Drinking with Mom crew. Put your hands together for your final performer of the night, Karen Pickering, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah!
Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much. Let me know if there's technical difficulties. I have 3 cats on the kitchen table right now, and that's where I am. So I hope you can hear me. You can. Fabulous. So I'll stop worrying about that. That's so unprofessional to worry about the technical stuff and then talk about it. But it is a pandemic, right? So we're just worrying about everything. We're worrying about the worrying and the worrying that we're not worrying about. So let me pretend that we don't have all this crap going on. Okay, so Wendy mentioned that I'm actually out in the real world working, and I got called back to my job on. Very fortunately, 4 of us got called back, and I was like, they said, "Hey, we brought back the A team," and I'm like, "Wow!" I mean, that's 7 weeks off from work, the longest vacation of my life, and I couldn't go to Disney or anything. I've never been to Disney. It was a dream. We never took our kids because I'm a mean mom, you know. Don't need to take them there, you know. We're going to go back home to Boston. So, anyways, I'm all over the road, and I haven't even started yet. But you guys are so funny tonight. It's really funny. And the technical difficulties, I just enjoy. You know, I remember doing college radio back before we had I don't even think duct tape was invented back in the 80s. You know, you didn't have really much. You had clip leads and things like that to work with. A clip lead, amazing. You guys know what those are. It's basically a tiny little. Before you had real cables, you had these things that looked like little spider pinchers, and it would be like you would just attach them to things and hope that crap worked at a radio station. It was good. Now, why don't I get into the material, Andrew? I know you were thinking about that. So we have another show coming up. We did one live a few weeks ago, and I got to tell you, because I work a retail job, and we wear a lot of, you know, you have like a hazmat suit on, not really. You have your mask and your gloves on, and we're helping people, and it's great. And we're distancing, and you can't hear anybody because they're talking behind the mask. And the show was just amazing. It was 17 of the wildest people out on a Wednesday night I have ever seen in my life, and they were desperate for comedy, and it was so amazing. And this was the first time I've ever seen audience members after the show that didn't know each other exchanging phone numbers, because this is what the pandemic has done. You know, normally Minnesota nice, you know, they we're nice to each other, but we don't actually go the extra mile to like really get into the zone and really make those new friends. So I'm telling you, shit's getting real now, you know. So being home now, here's what's happening. I'm out of the house. We have somebody working in the basement. My husband, he's been home for the whole thing. He's got a job. We feel great. The kids are moving back. In spite of the fact that I am a mean parent, the Lutheran's great. I call my husband the Lutheran, my Lutheran. Okay, he's not yours. And this is, I had my material written down, but these technical things you're going through tonight were hysterical, and I've totally lost it. But here's what happened. You know, a lot of us women were worried about our look and what's going on with not getting to the hair salon I've obviously made it to a hair salon and picked the wrong hair color, but we don't need to worry about it. It'll grow out. Here's what happened. I wish my Lutheran would walk through the kitchen right now so you can see what happened. He went from like a punk rock hairdo early March to the fro. He now has that fro that I would have killed for in 1983. You know, it's just absolutely fabulous. And, you know, and when he walks, it just moves. And now he'll be able to do the man bun, you know, and here I sit just hoping that I don't have another bald spot from a thyroid lack of vitamin D3 situation, you know, but here we go. Anyways, I had to sign another contract. My daughter moved home 2 months ago. I had to sign another contract with her because I'm apparently too peppy and I don't sleep a lot and I'm up all the time and I'm driving her crazy and I'm driving the Lutheran crazy. They actually suggested that I camp out in the backyard on the warmer summer nights and perhaps they could get the rest that they need to get through the rest of the pandemic. Oh my God, you know. So I set up a tent and I put the cats and I out there and that's where I am, you know, half the time. I think for the next time I'm on the show, Andrew, we should just go live to the tent in the backyard. I think that would be an excellent episode, my 10 minutes. I want to thank Wendy Mayberry once again. The show, working with her, she's brilliant. It's so much fun, but she gave me the best advice a month ago. I am a troublemaker in the suburbs. And you know, you picked up the East Coast accent. You guys all know I'm from Boston. You guys have let me stay here. The Lutheran is why I'm here. He's from here and all that. But being in the suburbs is something else I don't want to do. I mean, I'd rather be on the East Coast, but you've been nice. And the suburbs, I would rather live in the city, you know. But okay, we compromised. I'm down here. I have a little fun with the neighbors. Wendy informed me that putting like pink flamingos in your front yard is not good. You want them in the backyard. If you have them in the front yard, that means you're part of that group of adults that likes to get together for sexual extracurricular activities. The swingers. And that was totally not my objective. I've got enough to handle with the Lutheran. You know, he's 8 years younger than me. Let's try to keep up. Ho, ho. The pandemic has not been a dry spell, if you follow me, you know. It's too much for you guys to think about that, I know, but thank you for knowing it. And so what I would do with my pink flamingos is just line them up. I've got 6. We put them up in the front yard with a whiteboard on Tuesdays because that's Realtor Open House Day around America. And the realtors are showing each other the properties they've got for the week. And we still, there may be a pandemic, but people are selling in this neighborhood. And I love to put that whiteboard up with some real trashy expression. Wonder Dave, I love the fact that you're white trash, man. We got to get you down. Come on down to the hood the next time you're here. Oh, my God. And we got the whiteboard out last week. Last week I got it out, and it just basically said, because I'm always after this select group of people, this minority. They feel they're a minority, but they have no clue. The scrapbookers. I just wrote on there, fuck scrapbookers. I don't want anything to do with you. And, you know, that goes back to my story, a true story about my being thrown out of a group because I act too peppy. Once again, the energy level at my age, you know, 29, distresses people when we're in a small group. So it was just hysterical. I think to make that funnier, I really need to have scrapbooking materials all over the backdrop that we have here, you see, and that would just be fabulous. You know, all the crap that I have from when my kids were little. You know, when you're parenting, you want to keep those memories, and scrapbooking was the way to do it before the iPhone. Thank God for the iPhone. My God, you can put pictures together. Bam, you got your scrapbook. No waste of time with the extra supplies. I know you were hoping for a really good dick joke, but I think I covered that with the flamingos. So I think that's good. So one thing that I'm working on is, we have the son in Boston. We think he's moving back here too. But the contract I had to sign with my Lutheran and my daughter was that I had too much energy. We might have a virtual wedding. The son may not come back. He's 24. He may not come back yet. And there is some talk of a wedding. So I'll keep you guys posted. Wouldn't it be fun to have a wedding on the Monday night comedy show?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be fun?
I'm an
But
ordained
I'll
minister
work
here.
on that. Wouldn't it be? You're ordained, right? It's really
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Okay, so I have to tell you, today at work, I tried to write some material about this. Everybody's got their own idea of what a mask is, right? Whether it's the ones you order, the KN95, the serious ones, the homemade ones, or some people are even taking a coffee filter with a couple of elastics and strapping it behind the ears. And they're putting glitter on it, all kinds of things to spruce it up. I don't know if that's safe. You could choke on the glitter. It makes me very nervous. But today I saw something that absolutely is not okay. And now at work, we have the mask on. The people coming in are supposed to have the mask on that want to buy the shoes. A woman comes in with a strip of plastic that goes right under her nose. And it has like a little chin rest. And the mask rests on the chin. And then the mask flops up and down as she talks. And it doesn't really cover her nasal passages. And it's not close enough to the face. And it's like, what is this? And I finally no one would wait on her. And I went over to her and said, hi, I'm going to help you. But I need to know the situation with your mask. Why do you wear this thing? Oh, it's a chef's mask. I was a lunch lady for 15 years. I never wore any piece of plastic crap over my face like that. And of course, I told her that and almost got fired from the job. But it is a chef's mask. So now she's not healthy, right? I could get germs because her nose is not covered. And her eyes, in her eyes, she looked totally stoned too. And I was like, and she had the smell that we have sometimes. I don't do it anymore, but you guys know what I mean. Oh my God, it was so funny. I put on my shield and I have a hazmat like jacket and I went down, I had these shoes and I gave them to her and she says, why are you covered like that? And I said, well, you don't have a proper mask on. And she proceeded to tell me and bring up stories about this mask on her phone. Now, by now, I've not only got a like this lab coat on, I have gloves up to my elbows. And all she wanted to look at was a pair of flip-flops. And I'm like, ma'am, we've taken up a half hour showing me little videos and the store is getting busier and busier. Anyways, if you see anybody with those plastic masks, they're not safe, okay? Because they're little things that fly out of their nose. Here's my punchline. It's a boogie joke. They go right down the front of the damn plastic. You can actually see the coronaviruses. Do I have time for one more, Andrew? I don't know if I told you this last time. Oh, my God. Okay. I know my name's Karen. I'm the nice one. We don't need to do that material tonight, okay? Seriously. I sound like a bitch. I'm nothing like those women that wear that blonde wedge hairdo that looks like a well-cut head of lettuce going down the back of their head, and then it's a page boy hairdo. And when they swing that little bitchy face around, oh my God, it's just awful. And I had waited on a few of those today, but you get them in and out of your life quickly. But here's the deal about the coronavirus logo, and we're seeing it all over the place. These purple cranberry colored globs that look like they have warts growing on them. This is supposed to be the coronavirus. You know what I mean? You've seen it, Dr. Fauci up there with his pointer. No, I'm just kidding. I haven't seen that, but it would be cute. He's such an adorable little guy. Isn't he 5'3" next to Trump? Oh, I said his name. I'm sorry. But anyways, I'm concerned about the logo and how they're drawing the virus because it reminds me of ocean spray cranberries. And I wonder how this has affected the ocean spray cranberry industry. This is why I don't do drugs, because I think like this normally. And so I've been obsessed with it because it's so mean looking, And every place you go, you have this picture. And today I saw this picture on the news, and then they go right into an ocean spray, coincidentally, cranberry commercial ad where they get the owners of Ocean Spray, they're sitting out there in their cranberry bogs with their waiters. And I'm like, I wonder how the fuck they feel about this, I mean, really. And they didn't have masks on. That was a very bad ending, but you guys are so great. Thanks for letting me. I would love to come back again. Thank you so much, you guys.
Absolutely.
I love you. Thank you.
Humans of the internet, give it up for Karen Pickling.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Woo! We love you, Karen, and of course you're coming back here. Good Lord,
Thank you.
good Lord.
Thank you.
We're gonna bring. We have lost some people during the course of the show, and we'll bring them back only to say goodbye because that is the end of our show. Although we do have one more video to show on the Nanotaco Studios page on Facebook. It is a Minnesota 48-hour film festival submission from 10 years ago that our friend Chris Knutson was in. You might recognize another person.
Oh, wow. Chris.
You recognize a person who was 50 pounds lighter and who still wears sport jackets. And his name rhymes with me. So go over to Nanotaco Studios on Facebook to watch The Mooker, presented by Pommel Horse. It is a 48-hour film festival. We shot that in 48 hours, and it won some awards, and hopefully you like it. So there you go. Enjoy. We'll be right back. In theory.
I had to cover. I had to cover. I had to cover my chicken fat.
Hey, how goes it? You're not gonna believe this embarrassing shit.
You want embarrassing? Shane, right in front of my mother, says, "You know what I hate? When my wiener touches the inside of the bowl when I'm taking a shit in a public bathroom."
I thought they were a more liberal family. That's all.
So my mother gets on the phone with my dad, who's threatening to cut off the money for the wedding.
He's already $1,500 in for the food and beverage deposit.
Okay, wait. What makes you think it's okay to talk about your wang in front of your future mother-in-law anyway?
Hey, not 2 weeks ago, I'm playing tennis with her father, and he starts talking about the only place where he really sweats is his balls.
What?
He goes into explicit detail about his shrunken, wet balls.
Oh, here we go.
We're gonna start again.
We're gonna start it again.
Now you can't hear it over here because that's why it's on here. Because I don't have a monitor.
You know what to do.
There you go.
Paula, Clarissa, I'm here. Where are you? Just calling you.
I had to cover for the sous chef. I probably smell like chicken fat.
Hey, how goes it?
I don't know why.
Shane, right in front of my mother, says, "You know what I hate? When my wiener touches the inside of the bowl when I'm taking a shit in a public bathroom."
I thought they were a more liberal family. That's all.
So my mother gets on the phone with my dad, who's threatening to cut off the money for the wedding.
He's already $1,500 in for the food and beverage deposit.
Okay, wait. What makes you think it's okay to talk about your wang in front of your future mother-in-law anyway?
Hey, not 2 weeks ago, I'm playing tennis with her father, and he starts talking about the only place where he really sweats is his balls.
What?
He goes into explicit detail about his shrunken, wet balls.
Still have the sunglasses.
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Father's balls.
Well done.
I saw them. He was in the locker room drying them with a hairdryer.
On the cool setting?
I suppose so. I wasn't that close to his sack.
You are entering into one twisted family, my friend.
Hey, not everybody can be in the perfect relationship like you and Clarissa.
You think so, huh? Just found out something about a guy she dated before me.
What, Justin? That guy who wouldn't shut up about softball?
No, not him. After him, but before me.
It was before you.
I dated a mooker. What?
Short and sweet. Tasty treat. You ain't yours. knows, but ain't no.
Mick found out I dated a mooker before him.
What's a mooker?
Male hooker.
You dated a male hooker? How did that happen?
What do you want to know? The long or the short of it?
Short, please.
Well, Dustin and I had just broken up. It had been 6 months, and sometimes you just need the real thing, you know?
I know, but a mooker?
I'm already mortified enough. The point is that now Mick knows, and I don't know what to do.
How long were they dating?
2 years.
2 years?
Well, to your credit, that was the longest relationship you had before Mick.
How is that helping?
How did you find out?
I really don't want to talk about it.
Well, was he at least good looking?
No, that's the fucked up thing. He was like a homeless carny or something.
Pretty stunning.
Can I ask? How was the sex?
Unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah, he did this thing. No one's ever done that to me before. I don't know how he did it or where he learned it from, but it was like something out of this world.
You mean an orgasm?
Yes.
And that's the thing. She won't tell me what was so special about this guy.
Damn, that's rough.
You don't know the half.
So wait, they didn't know each other?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you're right. Nobody's gonna believe that piece of shit. All right.
Sorry, we had to start that one, but that was the mooker from the 48-hour film festival. From 10 years ago. That was 10 years ago, Andy Brittleton. Back when I still left the house and we didn't have to worry about a global pandemic. But there ends the Monday Night Comedy Show. But before we go, I want to say that Karen Perry did have the phrase that pays. If we had the ability to make T-shirts, this would be the T-shirt for this week, and it is fuck scrapbookers. The funniest phrase of the night.
Thank you.
T-shirt worthy. And thank you, Karen, for that. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Monday Night Comedy Show. The 583rd Monday Night Comedy Show. So we want to thank you people. Okay, we want to thank you people. We want to thank Jason motherfucking Hawk. St. May of the internet. Thank you so much. Thank you to Ronnie, wherever you are, might be watching, but thank you for all the help that you give to the Monday, and thanks to B-Cat, and Whitney, thank you so much. They can around on Nanotaco Studios on Facebook, another show after this, right? Sort of? Okay, so stick around if you have the time to check out Nanotaco Studios on Facebook and just keep watching, see what they put up next. It was a little bumpy tonight, but you know what? It was our first show in a new place and everything is crazy. So I want to thank Nanotaco, give them a round of applause. Thank you so much for letting us be here. We love you, and we will see you next week. Next week in studio, we have Rebecca Wilson, Carolyn Blomberg, and Patrick Reinbauer performing in the studio here. So we didn't have anybody in the studio, but we're figuring it out. Socially distanced as well. So nobody's there. So thank you to everyone. Thank you to Nanotaco Studio. Thank you to the performers. Thank you. And we'll see you guys next week. Talk about the show. We rely fully on word of mouth advertising. Have a great week, and remember that you only have this one life, and be short, so fucking start living it. All right. Be safe. See you next Monday. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.